Hey guys, it's Shell, and I'm back with another YouTube video. This time we're gonna be doing a tournament review, review on the tournament I went to. Just went to the 10K Land Go, and I went 0-5-0, baby. The worst tournament I've ever done, like the worst I've ever placed. I was 250 out of 269, and I was only that because I guess breakers. So let's go. Um, Before you guys talk shit about Mardu, if you guys didn't know, Mardu ended up this same deck, Dargo Timna. The person's name is Hebrew Hercules or Kellen. They placed first. They had like 6 wins, like I think like a loss and a draw is like insane. But yeah, they balls to the wall, went for it, got there. So shout out to them. They're fucking awesome. Our deck is a little bit different. We have like an 18 card difference, soon to be a 16 card difference. We'll talk about the deck very sparingly, just a little bit. I guess we can go to EDH top 16 really quick and just look at that. Let's go to really quick tournaments. Let go. Open. Kellen. Yeah, so just do really comparison really quick. I don't want to go too much into his deck or into the deck at all because I think the story of how I went 0-5 is a little bit more funny. So that's what this video is going to be, and I can do like a deck tech later if anyone wants to see it. But why do you want to hear from me? I went 0-5-0. I fucking suck. So he's on. I fucking hate talismans, bro. Like in my opinion, I fucking hate these goddamn things. Because I just never have the time to fucking cast them. You know, like I'm on City of Traders, I'm on a lot of different type of shit, but it's just like I just never have the time or need to ever really cast them, dog. Um, like in Rogsa, yes, I run talismans because getting that blue mana, but I'm a Rakdos deck that's splashing white for silence essentially, and I never need the white mana. Like I never need a bunch of white mana. Like in in fucking Rogsa, you need 2 blue, right? And really the only ways you get that is through your rocks and shit. But I've never, yeah, it just feels bad flipping it off of Nas. I never need to convert to red or black mana because I have all the rituals and shit, right? And some of the most strongest rituals in the game being sacrifice and things like that. Okay, so these are the difference. I'm on some other shit. He's on some shit. I'm cutting Necro and Adnos pretty soon, and I'll tell you guys why. I might go on to Pier. Every time I've tried to resolve a fucking Pier, literally no bullshit, every fucking time I've tried to resolve a Pier in my life, it has gotten deflecting swatted. Hilarious, by the way. I'm just not a lucky player, bro. I just have really bad fucking luck, and we'll hear about that in a second. But yeah, this is the list. And before we talk about the tournament and things like that, I'm of the belief if you lose a game, it's 100% your fault. They were all playing to win, playing for keeps and shit like that, and it's not very productive to blame other people as to why you've lost. It's, in my opinion, just way better seeing what you could have done differently or done better and move for that. But I'm going to be speaking as a Magic player, and I'm just going to say what happened. Um, yeah, my list. This is Dargo Timna. Dargo Timna things. Nothing too spicy. I'm gonna be cutting Adnons and Necro. They fucking suck in this archetype. Not gonna lie. Because the thing is, it's kind of like the Kennen problem. Like if Kennen just goes uncontested, he's really like, what the fuck are you gonna do? But as soon as someone pays attention to him and just says, "No, you're not doing shit, buddy," you're sad. Necropotence without like having set up right. Um, the thing is, one, you're not usually winning with Necro on your turn. Like you're not born upon the one. You don't have fucking born. The only real like payoff you have is a Final Fortune. I am on, or I was on Immersion Zone, but like it just never lines up. It's not worth it. Um, and like the play pattern is really bad. You're already in Mardu and everyone's already scared for some fucking reason. And so like you resolve a Necropotence, you're not doing shit. Like they're just gonna keep all their interaction for you. They're just gonna silence you. You're gonna be fucking sad. So Necro is gonna be cut. I mean, I feel like it can be played as like there are games I've won with Necro, but literally last night I bottomed Dark Red Necropotence, bro. I was like, dude, I was in last seat against like TNK, TNT, and Rogthras, and I bottomed my turn 1 Necro because I was like, what's gonna happen is I'm either not gonna resolve this Necro and be very fucking sad, or I do resolve this Necro and I have no setup. I have to pay 20 life, and they're just gonna keep interaction and just fucking cook my ass and then beat me to death. Because like Necro has a really high floor, but it extremely fucking down to the basement floor. I fucked that up. They have a low ass floor and a very high ceiling. Like the ceiling is the fucking sky and the floor is literally hell. If you don't know, because you can't draw cards, so if you don't have any fucking life, you can't get any more card advantage. You can't draw cards. You're just there looking dumb as shit. And if you have no resources starting with Necro, you have to put a bunch into it to be able to get those resources. Because you pay 7, and then you're just like, okay, then the table just beats the fuck out of you, right? So Necro's pretty difficult, really fucking difficult, maybe too difficult for the effort to play in this list, in my opinion. That is also the opinion of one of the best fucking Team Drago players out there. So, you know, fuck you if you think I'm what am I, Jake Tapper? And fuck you! Anyway, the other card I'm going to be cutting is Ad Naus. Never fucking cast this spell ever. And again, don't take my advice. I went 0-5-0. I fucking suck with this deck apparently. But this is just the feedback that I've been getting from some of the better players, including one of the players that fucking, you know, won the whole shebang. But yeah, I'm just saying from my experience, I've never cast an Ad Naus. I've never needed to cast an Ad Naus. I've never been like, ooh, yeah, Ad Naus is in my hand. Every time, actually, the one time I've cast an Ad Naus was off of a Citadel, and it fucking sucked. So yeah, Ad Naus is pretty bad, so I'm going to be cutting that. Now that we talked about the list a little bit, is there anything... I don't think there's anything too spicy. You guys have any questions about it, let your boy know. I'm sure to be able to direct you to the people that know a little bit better than me. And welcome to Mardu fucking Summer, boys. So, I'm going to be playtesting while I talk. But essentially, round 1, hilarious. That's how I went 0-5. Round 1, it's me in first seat. It's a Marnius Calgar in second seat. There's a Sisei with Giganta in the command zone. And then there's a Kark Thrasios in fourth seat. Pretty sick. I'm like, oh, fucking sick. This is my tournament. I'm in first seat. My first hand, disgusting. I had a fucking turn 1 Voice of Victory onto turn 2 Tenna, and I'm just churning cards. Sisei plays Deafening Silence. And I'm like, oh no! Really, I don't give a fuck about Deafening Silence. Deafening Silence is pretty good, in my opinion. Yeah, Deafening Silence is pretty hot, in my opinion, not gonna lie. So, what had happened was, we, 2, 3, boom. What happened was, essentially, we, the Sisei player played another Stacks piece, essentially. That's what fucking happened. It was so sad. It made me so angry. He played an Arcanum of Myria. And at this point, Sisei, like, he's on a line, basically, because he's on Giganta. He's not playing Nico Bolas or anything like that. He's essentially hasting out Giganta and then getting out a Derevi to untap and then do some other shit and win the game that way. So that's his game plan. The other two players were kind of fucking... I was going crazy, bro. I had like a Rakdos, the muscle, I had a Bergie. I'm like, bro, as soon as they remove any fucking Sax piece, they're dead as fuck type shit. So essentially what happens is the Marnius Calgar player plays a fucking Wishclaw, gets a card. I'm like, dude, please don't give it to the Sisei player. At this point, Sisei player does have a bunch of mana, and at any point they can just like cast Giganta, cast a Tyvar, and we're fucking cooked, bro. Or like iteration of that. So I'm like, please don't give it to the Sisei player because like they're already so far ahead. I know I look scary, but there's 2 rule of laws. I literally need to cast 1,000 spells to win this game, to win any game, and I can't do that with 2 fucking rule of laws out. Basically, the other Sisei player made a better point to me, I guess, and so the player gives the Wishclaw to the Sisei player, even though it doesn't matter. He gave it to them. They get a, and this is where I fucked up. So he politics said, I'm just gonna get an Ancient Tomb, whatever. He does get the Ancient Tomb. I silenced him on his upkeep for some fucking reason. What a dumbass. I silenced him on his upkeep like a fucking retard. Goes to the next person's turn, and he overloads a Cyclonic Rift on my dumbass. And I'm like, oh no. Oh my fucking god. there's 2 rule of laws out, and like the other 2 players really weren't able. The Martius Calgar, he like wasn't able to do shit. Like at this point, like this is like turn 2 or 3, and he just has like 2 lands and a Wish Claw that he just activated. Fucking crazy. I guess like 3 lands at this point because he activated the same turn he cast it. And then the Quark Thrashers player, they're just fucking cooked. They're just like they have like Itlamog out, but someone killed one of his creatures or some shit. So like now he's just sad. So all his shit gets bounced back to his hand. All my shit gets bounced back to my hand. I'm just like, fuck, dude. I had a red blast in my hand, and but the problem, it didn't really matter because the other player had a mental misstep that he revealed. So that happened. All my shit gets bounced back to my hand. We get to a point where Sisay tutors for Giganta and tutors for a legendary haste land. What the fuck? So that shit happens, and I'm like, okay, oh fucking K, bro. This is fucked up, and I'm kind of explaining to the other 2 players. The Sisay player was a really good player. Like he's Sisay obfuscating, like I'm not doing anything, it's fine, da da da. And I'm like, bro, we're dead as fuck. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we're so dead. So he bought the Giganta, and then he tutored. So I'm like, dude, if we don't do anything, I thought we had 2 turns. We end up having, we had 1 turn, essentially. Marnie's player goes to his turn, and there's still an Amiri out and shit, so there's still rule of law. And he taps 4 mana, and I say, brother, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm like, no, please, like, cast the Wish Claw. So the Wish Claw got bounced back to his hand because of the fucking Cyclonic Rift, right? I'm like, please, get the Wish Claw, get anything, preferably a Toxic or something, anything to stop this Giganta from coming down so we don't die. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. And I'm like, yeah. Because, like, you can't do both. You can't, like, Toxic on the same turn because there's a fucking rule of law, right? So the Sisay player says, I'm not going to cast Giganta because I think you have counter magic or some shit. By the way, if he would have done that, we'd have been probably fucking cooked. But he passes the turn, goes to the other dude's turn. He has the Wish Claw now, and we're Sisay casts some insane some Vivian shit. Basically, it's a 3-mana artifact. You put some mana into it, then you put a permanent from your library into the fucking battlefield, where X is the amount you pay. So we're like, oh, we're fucking doubly cooked. So he gets in fuck. The 4-mana. I don't play green that much. The 4-mana instant spell that destroys 2 fucking artifacts. But the problem is you can't cast it on your turn and for free, and you didn't have a minute to cast it. And the problem is I have a Voice of Victory and Marnie has a Voice of Victory. So I'm like, fuck, I will sacrifice my Voice of Victory. My plan is to pivot from creature to I cast a Smothering Tithe. I cast Smothering Tithe. I show him like, hey, please don't blow this up. I'll get rid of my things. But it'll just die to Sisay. He agrees. He blows up the Deafening Silence because he needs it going too because he's in fucking Kark, and the fucking the Vivian thing. So cool. 1 hurdle down. We are not super cooked to this Vivian shit. Goes to the Marnius Calgard player's turn. I'm like, hey bro, like let's do it. And it's so funny. It's so funny because like I made a joke, like a little comment, like it would be so funny if we tried a Tainted Pact right here. Like, ha ha ha. I should have fucking known when he didn't say anything. I was like, it'd be so funny if you fucking try to throw it right here. Like, I think it's funny because he can't. There's a fucking rule of law. But it was just funny because, like, we did all this politicking and, like, whatever. So it goes to his turn. He has a Voice of Victory, by the way. So we can't do Sureness for any fucking way. And sure enough, he puts a Thassa on the stack. And yes, I could have said, hey, wait, there's a rule of law. Please don't try to resolve this spell. Put it back into your hand. I could have done that. But part of me has a real thing about, like, I don't think it was necessarily lying. I don't think it was lying. He did get the Toxic Deluge, shit like that. And he was kind of a newer player. And I kind of don't want to hold people's hand the whole fucking time, during the game. And like pretty much the whole fucking game, I was like, hey, I felt like I was controlling the other 2 players, to not die to fucking Sisay the whole game, bro. And he put the Thoughts on the stack, and I kind of just, yeah, it's the first game, I can take an L, whatever, bro. And I did have a Deflecting Swat in my hand, so like, it kind of really fucking sucked because I wanted the Emiria gone, but I had a deflecting SWAT if in case because they have to like untap the Giganta, so I was just gonna untap something else. So with that happening, he tries to put a Tainted Pact on the stack. I very kindly remind. It was really fun because other players were like, "Oh, we're dead," and I very kindly remind him, "Hey, there's a Emiria on the board. You can only cast one spell per turn." And he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah." Now we're dead. Now we're dead as fuck. Well, at this point, like I'm like saying we're dead because the Sisei players don't have a fucking. They don't know I have a deflecting SWAT. But Sisei goes to his turn and he top decks a fucking colored land. So he plays Giganta. He has one activation, but he's able to get two activations because he gets a land. So he gets a Kutsul. Really smart by him. And then, because like, why not if you can just have a safe protected line? And then he fucking goes ham, goes crazy, goes ballistic, fucks us up. We're fucking dead. That was my game one. I'm like, okay, cool. Who cares? There's like 8 rounds or 7 rounds or some shit. Like, we could come back. Spoiler alert, we don't come back. We fucking go 0-5. So next game, and this is gonna be a kind of a theme during this tournament, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck, dude? So if you don't know, when you lose, you kind of get matched against people with like records. So I'm going against people that lost, right? Not saying they're bad players, but we lost. So I'm in this next bracket. Essentially, there is another Kark Thrasios. There is a Minx and Boo, the Naya commander. There's me, and then there is a Brena. Brena? What, the fucking blue farm colored artifact chick. Game's going pretty good. Kark basically gets to a point where they have a. I'm not going to like the pivotal points. This one was like a pretty longer game. This was the first 2 games are the only games that went past like round 3. So this game, essentially, we're at a point where the Minx and Boo player is prostrating as a win. The Brena player has a fucking 1 ring and a fucking Smothering Tithe. And the Kark player has a Veyron, a Kark Stomp, a Fierce Guardianship, and some more interaction in their hand. So they basically have, or so we thought, dun dun dun, foreshadowing, unlimited interaction for the most part, right? A good amount of interaction. I kept a fucking stupid hand, by the way. This is the way I'm saying, like, your losses are your own. Like, always take it, like, accountability and see what you could have done better. I fucked up and kept a hand with, like, a Goblin Welder and no fucking artifacts to fucking swap. So, dumb as fuck. But I ended up putting a Citadel in the stack. It gets countered, putting a Breach in the stack, gets silenced, da-da-da. So I did do some things. Most of my things were just yapping, though. We get to a point where we can try to force a draw. I point out, hey, this Brainer player has unlimited mana and a bunch of fucking card draw. And I like, hey, we can put a draw here because, you know, Minx, you're looking pretty fucked up too. Let's try to draw. And the Minx player's like, nah, I can win. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not the type, if I say something, you don't agree with it, we move on, right? So we end up dying to the Brandon player. Go figure. Essentially what happens is, on my turn, Brandon player, I've been fucking attacking the shit out of the Brandon player because they have the 1 ring and shit. And so we, you get him down pretty low. To do this, though, I cast a Cursed Mirror. The Brandon player forces negations that the Kark player says, hey, should I protect this? I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking make him into a Ragavan and just hit him and shit like that, bring his life total down. So I think, like, because the Brandon player also has a Lothos, so they're dying to their own shit as well. So they're getting really, really low. They're like almost dead. They're like at 10 life at this point. And I'm like, yeah, we get a life down, we cast one spell on his turn, and he just fucking dies, right, essentially. So the Kark player casts his Fierce Guardianship on the Force Negation, gets 4 fucking tails. So both of the Kark thumbs were tails, and then both flips from Veyron were tails. So he won 4 in a row. Like, he won 4 rows at the same time. And yeah, we lost the Fierce Guardianship. So we're like, fuck. We're like, fuck, dude. We're fucking cooked. Goes to Brainus' turn. Some shit happens. The Kark player has a Force of Will. Cast Force of Will. Force of Will is good. It doesn't bounce back to his hand, thank God, because that would have been hilarious, failing and then failing 4 in a row. So that happens. This is where I fuck up. I have a Vexing Bubble that I cast because Brandon has to go through the LED loop, whatever. They bounce the Vexing Bubble, and instead of swapping it with the Goblin Engineer for my Relic of Legends, so I was going for try to go for the win like the next turn. With Relic of Legends, I crack it to draw a card, Smothering Tithe trigger. He has exactly 5 mana to flashback his fucking. Oh my god. I'm like, dude, there's no way I fucking just gave this dude the game. So that's how I lost game 2. I cracked Vexing Bubble. He had exactly 5 mana to go through a Savine's line. Yeah, fucking cooked. So that happened. Game 3, the wildest fucking game of my fucking life, dog. I got turn 2 by a Zula deck, and if you don't know, I'm spelling this so wrong. This is a fuck what Zula deck says. This is Zula deck, Void Gorger. I don't know the guy's name when I pull up his list, but essentially he turn 1's Metalworker, and then to a turn 2 Mirage Mirror, the Kennen. So sorry, it was me and first seat Kennen, Rog Thras, and then this Zula Dog deck. Bro, what the dog? What the fuck? I don't understand. Again, 100% my fault that I lost. But all these games I played, there was no fucking interaction, dude. Like, none. Except when I was pushing. Except when I put a spell in the stack, there was always interaction. I do remember that. I do remember none of my spells resolving. So, like, from this point forward, I die before my turn 3. Every game, I die before my turn 3. So the next 3 games I'm talking about, dead before turn 3, really, really quick. So Zula Dog, turn 1, Metalworker. Okay, that's pretty fucked up. Kennen cast Kennen. Zula Dog goes to his turn 2. I'm setting up for a turn 3 win. I'm like, alright, let's do this thing. And I have a really good mid-range backup because I have a Ragavan, a Delny, and Temna and shit. So, like, I have a really good mid-range plan. I have a turn 3 win in my hand. I'm like, cool. Turn 3's not fucking fast enough against Big Dog Eldrazi. Sorry. So, it's so funny. So, essentially what happens is, he has a Trinisphere. He has to reveal the Trinisphere because of the Metalworker. So I'm like, hey, please don't cast that because there's a Kennen on board. We're just going to fucking get smoked. Like, if you can remove the Kennen, that would be sick. He's like, yeah, I'll remove the Kennen. He thinks for a little bit and says, I'm not going to remove the Kennen. He has the Eldrazi spell that lets you, like, has 3 modes. Remove a creature, make some Eldrazi Scry, then scry 2, draw a card. So he scries 2 instead of killing the Kennen, and guess what? There's a fucking Mirror Maid. And he already revealed a Basalt Monolith in his hand too for the Metalworker. So I'm like, fuck, dog. Not a Mirage Mirror. Sorry, Mirage Mirror. He casts Mirage Mirror, copies the Kennen, casts Basalt, makes infinite mana, casts his commander, casts a fucking Eldrazi, an Utlamog. I'm like, brother, what the fuck? He flips into a Kozilek, draws 7 fucking cards, gets a Lightning Greaves, fucking kills fucking Kennen essentially, blows up all his shit with the Annihilator triggers. Fucking disgusting, by the way. Yeah, then casts the Trinisphere, and then just has an onboard counterspell for whatever the fuck we do. So yeah, turn 2, dead as fuck to Zula Dog. Really cool. Watching that shit happen was the most insane. That's when I knew that this tournament was not for me. That's when I knew the Lady Luck was not on my fucking side. The most insane shit. It was hilarious. But it was really cool to watch, really cool to see. I thought it was really fucking cool. But obviously, when you're in that seat and you're going off 2 losses already, losing like that felt fucking horrible. So, I should put like on some fucking music or something. I don't fucking know, dude. Alright, round 4. At this point, I'm feeling like shit, bro. I'm feeling like fucking garbaggio. But I'm still alive. I'm like, cool. Like, if I win 3, I still have a bunch of games. I can still pull this out. There's 7 rounds. There's still 4 more games. If I win 3, draw 1, we can do it. No, I went 0-5. If for those of you who weren't fucking tracking, fucking terrible. I go to my next game. Fucking ridiculous, dog. My next game, I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. I'm like pumped. I'm like, come on, we gotta turn this around. Let's pull a fucking Ian at the fucking Top Deck Invitational. Let's go. No, I went 0-5. For those of you that still aren't tracking. So what happens is I fucking sit down. There's a Caesar in C1. I'm like, what the fuck? There's a Kennen in C2. I'm like, fuck. There's me in C3. There's a Rowan in C4. I'm like, fuck. I mulled down to 4, bro, and it's not like a greedy 4. It's like I literally couldn't play any of those fucking hands. I'm down to 4 cards in my fucking hand. I'm like, oh no. Kennen goes down to 4. I'm like, fuck. Well then. Rowan snaps keeps for 7. I'm like, Kennen plays. Caesar does shit. I'm sorry, Caesar player. Whatever, bro. Caesar does some shit. Turn 1. Kennen plays land, Emergent Zone as the land, a Lotus Petal, a fish, 1 card in hand. So in my mind, I'm like, cool. No one feeds the fish. We drown out Kennen, and then we have a Sans blue fucking table pod. Let's go. No, that's not what fucking happens at all, by the way. Again, I just think that something should be fucking said. And again, this is just me speaking. If I'm against the only blue player in the pod, and I know they went down to fucking 4 and 3 of those cards, where I'll colorless land, fucking like I'm not gonna feed the fucking fish, bro. So the 2 players feed the fuck out of this fish essentially. They feed him so the first round they feed him a card. Kennen fires colorless land. And then Rowan goes for a turn to win. They Imp Sail, they Vampiric Tutor, they Entomb. They try to go to the Broodlord line, and I'm just, in my mind, I am just not saying anything because I have no interaction. But I'm just thinking, like, bro, why are you pushing right here? You literally just wait 1 turn. You wait 1 turn, and then you do all this exact shit because there's no other blue players. I mulled down to 4, right? Doesn't matter. You guys understand what I'm saying. So yeah, he pushes into a fish. With no other blue players at the table, and that blue player having no cards in hand. He fed him, and luck would have it to the Kennen player. When the Rowan player tried to resolve his PETA, which is a peer into the abyss, Kennen says, oh shit, insane. Top deck's a fucking Mind Break Trap. Mind Break Traps that shit. Now Kennen has like 10 fucking cards in his hand. And I'm like, we're fucking dead, bro. You're dead as fuck. Goes to Kennen reveals that he has a Fierce Guardianship, but you can't cast it because he's not fucking Kennen. Goes to the Caesar player's turn. It was fucking hilarious, by the way. Kennen asks, "Hey, are you winning?" to the Caesar player. Caesar player just straight up says no, and I'm just like, bro, you say yes there. That way we can try to fucking draw the game. But I don't say that. I'm just like, this in my mind. I'm just like, dude, why would you just tell him you're not winning? But yeah, that happens. Goes to Kennen's turn. He casts Kennen. Cast Fabricate. Gets Basalt. The Caesar player red blasts the Kennen. There's a fucking Fierce Guardianship. The dude still has fish, by the way. Sadly enough, the dude draws fucking red. The dude draws the land he needs to cast. I think Finale or something, and then we're just fucking dead. I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. Now you might be wondering, why'd you go 0-5? At this point, you're 0-4. Aren't you just fucking dead? You have no. But you see, I already paid $100 fucking bucks for this damn thing, and I didn't want to go 0-5. I'm not gonna lose every goddamn game in this tournament. Spoiler alert: I do lose every game in this tournament. Last game, hilarious. At this point, I'm like, bro, anything. I'm in last seat against a Rog Thras, a Blue Farm, and a TNT. I beg the table, please keep interaction for the love of God, please. Anything. I even kept interaction, dog. I kept the red blast. I went down to like 4 again. I'm like, fuck, dude. Long story short, Blue Farm at Naz's turn 2. Nobody has interaction, dog. There's like a Oppo that comes out, but the dude has 30 cards in his hand. So yeah, that happened. So yeah, I died. And yeah, that's my tourney review. Went 0-5, the most insane weekend of Magic I've ever had. Hilariously enough, I didn't lose. I lost one game. I played around 6 or 7 pickup games. I lost one of those games, and the entire time everyone's like clowning me, like, "Why didn't you do this in a tournament? Why didn't you fucking?" And I'm like, "Dog, I don't fucking know." So yeah, that happened. I had a great time, met a lot of cool people, had a lot of fun. I did a little bit better in the redemption event. I'm not even gonna talk about that shit, bro. I went 1-1-2. I ended up being like 20th out of like 100 and something people. um, yeah, that was pretty fun. I had lots of fun there. Uh, the only game I guess I'll talk about there. Oh, not Top Deck. I'm gonna go to EDH. There was I was against Abby. She was on Carrick, and it was fucking hilarious. Essentially, one player just let them reanimate some shit instead of stopping them, and then they had 1,000 cards in hand, and then it ended up being a draw. It was so funny. I was like so aggroed. I was like, dude, my turn 3 win. Fuck, not fast enough apparently. Not against Big Carrick. I think that was a turn. I think she pushed turn 2 actually. Yeah, I think she. No, I was turn 3 because she had 3 lands. Yeah, but yeah, man, that was fucking. That was it. That was my tournament. That was me. Sam went fucking 4-0. God, this guy's a fucking. I don't know why he never puts his fucking commander in. Like, we know you're playing Rock Dress. We know. Abby got 6th place, 2 wins. Depression. Anyway, alright, I got 21st place, not even 20th. Fuck, dude, fuck. Anyway, yeah, that is it for me, guys. It's Mardu Summer. Get ready, get prepared. Uh, have fun. Good luck to the rest of you folks, and shell out. I'll see you in like a month or something whenever I decide to make another video. Ding dong, ping pong.